What's up, YouTube? Funnel Doc here. In today's video, we're going to be going over my reverse value ladder. And this is how I look at how you should build out your actual product infrastructure, starting with your core offer and building everything out around it. We're going to jump inside and tell you exactly what it should look like and how you should do it. See you inside the video.
Some dude, Jeffrey M. Benek, he just got a Clickfunnels tattoo.
What's up, everybody? Funnel Doc. Welcome to today's video. Thanks for watching. So in today's video, we're going to be going over the reverse value ladder. Now, this is how over the last almost 5 years, I've sort of developed how your coaching offer and the rest of your ecosystem should be built out and structured. Now, originally, so many people, when you talk about like Russell Brunson, he talks about the value ladder that starts with, say, your lead magnet, which is free. Then it goes to your SLO or self-liquidating offer, which is usually anywhere from, $20 to $100 or $97, anywhere. It could be a little bit more in there, but it's around in there. And then you go up to your core course then, which is $997. Then you go up to your core offer, which is your high ticket coaching offer, which is usually, 5K, 10K above. And then you could technically have one more above that, which is even your highest ticket coaching offer, which is usually 25K and above in like a year-long program. So that is sort of the structure that Russell has taught it out over the years. The problem, and the problem is when people start looking at entrepreneurship and start looking at how they're going to design their coaching program or their info product structure, they look at this ladder and it's like, okay, it makes sense. I'm going to start at the beginning. I'm going to build out a lead magnet. And this happens all the time. And please let me know in the comments if this is you. If this is you and you thought of that this way, you looked at the lead magnet or the value ladder and you've like, hey, makes sense. I need to start at the beginning, start with my lead magnet. That is, in theory, makes sense. But the problem with that is, unless you're just looking to build a giant list, which if you are, and I recommend you do, is a great thing, but I wouldn't start with that. And the reason why is this, unless you're building some launch, like when we launched Larry Labarsky, my third 2-comma, the one I'm getting in this year, one of the things we did is for 6 months before our launch, he spent roughly about $9,000. We ran Facebook ads for 6 months and grew him a list of 16,000 well-targeted, well-nurtured people on top of his Instagram account that was only like 55,000 he had following him at the time, which it's a lot, but in Instagram numbers, that's not a lot. So we had the list that we built with him and the actual Instagram, and we did 844,000 in 7 days, went on to do well over like 2 million now. Like I said, that's the last 2-comma I'm getting. The way we did it for Larry makes sense, and maybe you're doing that too. So if you're going to build up a list, build a lead magnet first, and then you can use that targeted list that you use from your lead magnet to launch. But for most people, if you're not Larry, if you don't have a funnel doc working with you, you don't have that, I wouldn't recommend starting at the beginning or starting at your self-liquidating offer or starting even at your course. I would recommend, first of all, for most people that are even thinking about building out a course or any of the things I've started before, I've had people come to me and they're stuck trying to figure out how to build out a self-liquidating offer and they don't even have a course or a core offer built out yet. What? Think about this. So again, I got a little distracted talking about the core, the starting at the lead magnet, because so many people try and start there. And in theory, it makes sense. And like I said, if you're doing a launch campaign and you've got a team and all this cool stuff, and you're really looking to build up some hype, build out some lead magnets first so you can start building that traffic. But if you're not going to do that, which most of you aren't, I would recommend building out your coaching offer first. And a lot of you are going, what? Like even before a course? Yes. And the reason why is this. First of all, courses are cool and you can actually build them as you go with people and all that stuff. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But the problem with a course, first of all, is a lot of times the people that you're trying to help lead you don't know what to ask. So a lot of people are like, well, I can ask them and they'll input and it makes it easier and I'll build as I go. It doesn't always work, and it's a lot harder than you think. What's even easier is instead to build out your core offer in the middle, your one-on-one coaching offer. Because let's be honest, whatever you're building a course out for, most likely, most of you, especially if it's a high value item, could teach someone that one-on-one. And when you're teaching them one-on-one, a lot of people are like, well, I couldn't charge more because they don't see the value in it. But realize when you're doing one-on-one, not only is it everything you're teaching it, but you're also charging for your time at that point. So it's a lot easier. So if you had a 90-day program, a 90-day coaching offer or something, and you're meeting once a week, that's 12 sessions. The average a high-level coach or consultant charges at least minimum $500 an hour. So 5 times 12, that's $6,000 right there. So realistically, if you were to charge someone half that starting out, which is what I would recommend for most coaches, starting out around $3,000, unless you've got a following, unless you're, but most of you watching this don't have a following, aren't doing all that stuff. I want to show you things that's going to work for you. So start out around $3,000, build out what is instead the reverse value ladder, which starts at your core offer, then builds out your course. Because here's the deal. If you start one-on-one, and I recommend to do about your first 20 to 30 people before you start looking at a course one-on-one, and even farther down the road, to be honest with you, down that. But by doing your coaching, your one-on-one first, it allows you to perfect out your offer. Because realistically, what you're able to take away from your coaching offer, you can now easily make a course from that. And it's a perfected model. You're not guessing. You already know what works. You've worked with it. You've got results. You now have testimonials. You've got case studies. You've got money that you can use to buy ads. Think about it. If you're charging $3,000, you sell 10 of them, you've now got $30,000. It's a lot easier if you start in the middle, got that 30 grand, and now use that to build out the rest of your ecosystem, running ads, hiring a funnel guy, getting a content person, building out your team, whatever you need to help make your system work. But the beauty in the reverse value ladder is that you start actually in the middle. You start going with your core offer, your one-on-one coaching. Then you go to your course, and then you go to your high ticket. And then once those are built out, then you start building out your self-liquidating offer and your lead magnets to support everything. Because realize that lead magnets and self-liquidating offers are great ways to get people in your funnel ecosystem. Lead magnets gets in a lot of people because it's a free offer. Self-liquidating offers are even better because it gets potential leads into a system that are already paying customers that are buyers. And it's a lot easier to make a buyer at a higher ticket than it is someone that got in with your lead magnet for free, convert them into a buyer. So hopefully that part makes sense. So once you've got your core offers built out, your course and your highest ticket offer, then you can start looking at lead magnets. Or if you want to, before you jump into your course or core, you could build out your lead magnets and your self-liquidating offer to support your core offer. You know what I mean? If you wanted to build out that whole ecosystem, if you wanted to go, you would go core offer, lead magnet, self-liquidating offer, and then come to your course and then go to your, but it's really depending on how you want to do it. And that's why it's good to have a coach that'll guide you through this whole process. But the reverse value ladder, starting in the middle rather than starting at the beginning, is 100% the way to go. And I think if you ask Russell now, he would tell you the same. He'd tell you that you should start with an offer that's going to actually make you money so that you're able to use that to help build out everything. Because here's the deal. Until you're able to start making a certain amount of money, it's all on you, the solopreneur. And the solopreneur position is a rough one. I advise you to get out of it as soon as possible. That was one of the biggest mistakes I did when I was scaling up, was because I'm good at a lot of things, wanting to keep it all on me and not finding other people that had other areas of expertise that I was just okay at, so that they could elevate me up. So the reverse value ladder, again, start with your core offer, then build out your course, then build out your high ticket, and then build out self-liquidating offer and lead magnets to support all that. And that's usually the way I like to do it. All that usually takes about 6 months to get everything built out and started to launch, depending. A lot of times too, I'll even make it take longer than that. I like to perfect a model before I move on to my next one. I'm talking about all these building it out, but this could take a year, maybe even 2 years to build all this out, just because until you perfected your core offer and you're getting that going, you're running traffic to it, you've got organic, you've got paid, it doesn't make sense to focus on a course or even your core offer. So again, even though I'm telling you this value ladder, don't get it confused that you need to start building out other parts of it until you've perfected one part or one level. You know what I mean? Hopefully that didn't confuse you. Hopefully that makes sense. But I highly recommend anyone that's thinking about doing a course, instead of starting with your course, start with your coaching offer. It allows you to get more results. It allows you to make money. It allows you to optimize your offer and allows you to perfect your product by engaging one-on-one with your coaching clients to see exactly where all the problems are so that you can course correct and make the perfect coaching offer. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and Funnel Doc out.